be surprised when you open your next quarterly 401k statement. Why do it if you're not near, I have not been opening many statements. Even if you're anticipating the slide in your account balance, you may not be ready for a new calculation on your expected monthly income from your nest egg. Sharon Epperson joins us now with more on what to expect. Do you open it when you get it? Sharon, tell me the truth. I have not.
Absolutely, but I know in your house they're piling up. Those statements are piling up. The emails are never open, but many people will want to start opening their email and opening those statements because starting next month, many people are going to see how much income they can expect to receive in retirement based on their current 401k account balance. Now, for the first time, second quarter 401k statements will be required to include lifetime income illustrations showing how much income you'd get if you bought an annuity when you're 67 with your current 401k savings. Now, those illustrations will show what you get with a single life annuity just for you, as well as a qualified joint spouse and survivor annuity for you and your surviving spouse after you're gone. Saving and investing in order to generate a regular paycheck in retirement rather than just building a lump sum can be a key strategy.
Retirement planning is not just about socking money away and build a mountain of cash, but it is about what I need to do to make sure I can sustain a certain standard of living post-retirement for as long as I'm alive.
Now, yet in these new illustrations, compound interest, future earnings, Social Security, they're not taken into consideration. So experts say that will likely result in a far less amount of retirement income than you would expect. But don't panic. Saving more now to generate the income you're going to need later should be your primary goal.
Focus on increasing your savings rate. You want to focus on what you can control always. And that's the biggest thing you can control is how much you're saving and how you're investing in terms of a proper balanced asset allocation.
Now, these new estimates may still be a very rude awakening for some, but they may also be an incentive for more people, like Joe, to actually read their 401k statements. Back to you.
You're upset with me for not opening them. Sharon, if the calculations on the statement...
You gotta open them. You gotta see where you stand, Joe. Gotta know those numbers.
What's wrong with next month when things come back? If the calculations on the statement underestimate how much money you think you need for retirement, how can you figure out what the appropriate income, retirement income, will be and how to save and invest enough to get there? What should you do?
Well, for those people that do open their statements, Joe, you take all of those numbers. You also figure out when you want to retire, perhaps how much money you're going to need to keep the lifestyle that you have now. And you could put them into a lot of different types of calculators. Online financial services companies have a ton of them. Also, you can go to nonprofits like AARP, like the American Association for Certified Personal Accountants. And when you look at the CPA website, that one really will show you kind of a robust way to look at your retirement income, AARP's retirement income calculator as well. But it's going to take some crunching of numbers on your own. Maybe this will be an incentive for some people to actually do that kind of work.
Kevin McCarthy's the House Minority Leader who joins us now. Do you think I have that right, Speaker? Or should I say future Speaker?
Well, I think you summed it up very well, but I actually believe it's the American public who's going to deliver that message in 147 days. As I listened throughout your dialogue, it's very good. I mean, Joe Biden has not cut the deficit. The only thing he cut was my 401k to a 201k.
Yeah.
I mean, and when you look at it, the only thing he's given to the American public is a car payment without the car. We now spend $450 more a month. Everything costs us more because of inflation, because of the gas price, because of what we find with our own housing costing more, and our food. And think about this. He's now brought every single city to the border. Every city is a border city now. Fentanyl is the #1 killer of Americans between the ages of 18 and 45 because what he did to the border. And it's just issue after issue after issue. The only thing he succeeded in is making Jimmy Carter no longer look like the worst president we've ever had.
Let's just talk brass tacks politics here. When you hear, you're the minority leader, you hear the media, the loyal Democrat media, pontificate about other candidates. When you see the New York Times, their biggest mouthpiece, and CNN start twisting the knife, and you see all these gaffes and all this discombobulation, you must be licking your chops as a Republican, right?
Well, look, I don't like to read those because I don't think half of what they say is ever true. But what they're just now is catching up to where the American public was a year ago.
True.
They're just now figuring out that the Hunter Biden laptop is true. They're just now figuring out that inflation is not temporary. They're just now figuring out that America is hurting. They're just now figuring out that approval rating is so low. They're just now figuring out his very first day in office is when he started raising the gas prices, when he cut the pipeline, cut our ability to have American jobs and American energy independence by drilling on federal lands and others. We told him this would happen, but it wasn't just Republicans telling him. Larry Summers told him he would bring inflation back if he passed that $2 trillion bill that did nothing but bring us inflation. And he has just denied it, denied it, denied it, and now it has gone so far, even in San Francisco. And think about San Francisco. Just in the last election, the registration for Republicans in San Francisco is 6.8%. They recalled their DA because they're tired of the Democratic policy of defunding the police and not upholding the law. This is moving across the nation. So this is more than just Republicans. This is now about America itself, and that's why independents, his approval rating is only 25%.
All right, we got to pay some bills. Because, you know, my 401k, as you said, is now 201k. It wasn't a bad line. So thank you for joining us. As always, we appreciate
you.